All right, serious question. Do you guys think we learned anything this week that we didn't already know? I mean, if you've seen this week's video, or last week's video, you know that we're just finding out all the same stuff on this car. But we've learned a lot from this car, and I'm here to tell you that no matter what you're doing, how many times you've done it, there's something to learn. We're going to tell you all about that on this week's Tuesday Morning Tech Tip from Pugliese Speed Shop. So you guys might have realized, like the last couple of weeks, we've been bouncing around a little bit, right? We're getting some work done on the Ford. We got some news on the Chevy, and we're back on the Pontiac, right? And that's kind of the plan until something else comes up and, squirrel, catch my attention. But I'm trying to push forward on these three projects. Maybe I'll start off by, I don't know, cleaning off the hood of this thing. Maybe not. Either way, we last week we tore into the trunk of this thing, and guys, well, in case you missed it, I'll have the kid throw a clip in. Vacuumed it all out, and it's exactly what we thought it was, right? This stuff's all gonna just, get cut out. I just ripped it up so I could vacuum out in here and, get some dirt and whatnot out of there. Clearly, we're going to have to, cut this whole bit out. As you can tell, it kind of matches the floor. Makes no sense. One side's good, one side's bad. It did a flip-flop, whatever. It's just how this thing collected all the crap it collected in 46 years. So, what are you going to do? If I didn't see that coming, Ray Charles saw that coming, So, we got to move forward, right? I'm getting a lot of questions. Everybody's like, what are you going to do with the car, man? It's a rust bucket. What are you going to do? Well, I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? I guess, what can I do? I guess I'll just give up and push it outside and find something else that's not rusty at all here on the East Coast for what I'm willing to pay for it. And, yeah, that sounds like the perfect plan. Yeah, guys, because that's all over the place, right? There's definitely just a plethora of, late 70s Lemanses, exactly like the car I want, rust-free for like $1,500, just up and down the East Coast. You can't swing a dead cat without. Guys, what the hell do you think I'm going to do? And these are like my buddies are coming. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm gonna keep going. I don't have a choice. Like, yeah, I get it, man. Like, did I think the rust was that bad in the back? No, I didn't. Underneath the seat there, I didn't think that was that bad. The trunk, it's flat metal. I can buy a full trunk pan for it. I don't know that I want to pay because they want like $1,000 for it or something, whatever. But why would I not, guys? So just when I start thinking, and if you guys, so today is actually, it's not Tuesday. I do this early, right? So it's Sunday night, and I recently watched the Sunday video that Dan put out from DD Speed Shop. You guys know I'm a fan. It's not like a secret. This dude brought home the biggest shitbox like ever, right? I'll throw a little thing up here. Well, Andrew will, because I don't know how he does that magic stuff he does. But, guys, just when I think that I got some bad luck, my car is not good, I should find a better project, Dan shows up, right? And just blows it out of the water. And guys, if you watch the channel, If you don't, you should. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be, now he's probably going to hurt a lot of feelings because, how he does some things, but it's going to be awesome. And he doesn't let it stand in his way. And I wish I had all the confidence he has, but I'm getting there, all right? But, and like, I don't know what people think. Like, oh, well, the car's rusty, so you should get rid of it and get another one. That's not going to be rusty. They're all rusty, guys, except for the one that, yeah, the unicorn that I let go away, and that's on me. But I have looked, guys. I mean, I did because I was like, kind of people get in my head a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I'm not the best welder, so maybe I should, or and look at something that doesn't have any rust. I look around, and there's a couple shysters out there. And then just trying to find one is almost impossible. But there's a couple out there, and if they are rust-free, guys, I'm not willing to pay for them. You guys know I'm cheap. This isn't like, this should not be a surprise at this point in the game. Or, pull up the old bootstraps there, figure out, get better at welding, which, guys, I can only go up, right? And get it done. Like, if this is what you want to do, right? If you want to restore cars or just work on cars, build cars for yourself, however that may go, you got to expect this kind of stuff. Like, look at BW, right? He's got that 55 Chevy Gasser. Beautiful. Guys, I got to sit in the car once. I'm going to tell you what, right? He thought he bought something a lot cleaner. That's why he calls the car Sad News. It came back from I think it was from blasting, media blast or whatever, and he had some sad news. And what did he do? He stepped up to the challenge, and the car is amazing. So that's what I'm going to do. So it's funny that these are some of my closest friends are asking me, like, so what are you going to do, man? You going to get rid of it? No. No, I'm not going to it's crazy. I mean, now I get it. Because there's some projects that I do, I don't want it, right? But those are things that I'm not in love with, right? So there's a difference there. Like I said, I bought this thing. Everything you're not supposed to do, guys. Almost, well, not just strictly on emotion, because, guys, it's got the sexiest lines, right? But based on emotion, sight unseen, I picked it up in the rain. I mean, all the stuff you should do. The only thing that was missing is, like, it should have been dark out, right? And then I would have had everything you're not supposed to do. Still would have bought it. It still would have been in this shape. I'm just going to press through. Because, like, when you take a step back, people focus, and this is, I'm going to soapbox it for a minute, like I wasn't already. People look at things and they're like, today's society. Throwaway society, right? Look at this. Look at this rust right here. Guys, look at the rest of the car, right? The frame is good. It runs and drives awesome, right? Fenders are good. Quarters, yeah, got it. The bottoms of the doors, little pitch. And so instead of, look at the overall. Totally worth the restoration. Totally worth the time and money it's going to take. It's not a ton of money because I'm doing it myself. It's going to take more time because I'm doing it myself. If a guy professional was doing it like we're talking about with the Chevy, couple weeks, whatever, and that's when you get fit in. That's not, you don't drop it off and you come back 2 weeks later. Like, you work this, yeah. So that's that. But I don't, it drives me crazy, guys. So you step back, look at the whole picture, and you're like, it ain't that bad. But now when you got to do the total opposite when you go to do the work. Because otherwise, you look at the whole picture, you're like, Maron, look at this whole, oh my God, where do I start, right? Or you look at the whole picture and say it ain't that bad. And then you zero in on, let me take care of this floorboard. Let me take care of this door. And then boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, you're good to go. So rather than getting overwhelmed, I'm not gonna let you guys do it. All right, I'm not gonna let. I started getting in my own head, guys, and that's a dangerous thing. So I keep stepping back and looking at this car and saying, it ain't that bad. And I usually look at it from this side because the quarter panel over there is worse. And then I'm like, okay, how am I going to fix this? I've decided now that I tore the trunk apart, it's okay. This seems like the easiest thing for me to practice on, because I'm going to cover it, right? So are the floors all together, right? Before I get to the quarters and stuff, the floors are where I need to learn. And I got plenty of grinding pads ready to go, right? Flapper disc, whatever you want to call it, So I'm gonna start the back, cut that out, get some metal. I'm gonna kind of set it in there, beat it into submission so it kind of looks like a trunk pan. I'll probably drop the gas tank. Me and old Wade were just talking about that because I don't want to light the place on fire. So do that, and I can get in there nice, get from the top to bottom the whole shooting match, POR, undercoat, whatever I want to do there, protect it, and then work my way forward. So then, because that's going to be easier than some of the other parts, and I don't got to wait on parts. I'm just going to get some metal and get after it. And then I'll move a little forward, right? So there's some stuff in the wheel well there I got to work on and stuff too, especially on the right side, which is what that whole problem's from. And then I'll get underneath the back seat. Same thing. I'm going to have to shape some metal because I don't repop that, and get that all figured out, right? Because there's a couple, like the frame is good. The frame's good all the way through. It's solid. We were just looking at, actually, old Wade just left a minute ago. Him and Michael swung by for a little bit, had a couple lattes, and now we're now I'm kind of thinking about my plan. So there's there's a structure, and then there's a floor pan on top of that. So we'll figure that all out. As I cut it all out of there, I'll figure it out exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn as I go here, guys, because I've never done anything like that patch that's under the back seat. And then hopefully by the time I finish those two up, the front floor pans show up. Well, actually, I got the back left and then both front ones. So hopefully they'll show up, and I'll just keep moving forward. And then next thing you know, guys, the interior will be rust-free. Then I'll figure out quarters. I'll probably do the doors after that because that's just flat metal I'm going to mess with again while I wait on quarters to show up. That's my plan of how to get this thing to not be a rust bucket, I guess. And like I said, guys, if you look back, structurally, it's legit. Floor pans, trunk pan, and then, well, maybe a little bit of structure action because the seat belts did bolt in there. So, and then what? Bolt the interior back together, bodywork and paint. I mean, it's that easy, guys, so I should be done. I'm not putting a timeline on it. But now you see the rough plan, what's in my head. You hear some of what I've been hearing, and yeah. Am I nervous about it? I mean, no more than anything else, because at any time something could go wrong, right? Whatever. But we got this, all right? Is it going to be like a SEMA quality, like, is Barrett Jet? No. And I don't want it to be because I want to drive the hell out of this car. So it's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be good enough for who it's for, and I'm going to love it, and she ain't going nowhere. Thanks for watching, guys.